Good afternoon. Recently, Texas passed a new heartbeat bill. This bill states that after 6 weeks of pregnancy, an abortion is no longer legal, whether that abortion is caused by rape or incest. In that same state, a 13-year-old girl was raped by her grandfather, and because of this bill, she wasn't allowed an abortion in her home state. Luckily, this girl was able to travel across the state to where she was allowed an abortion. But imagine if all of America was like this. What then? That girl will be forced to carry and give birth to her grandfather's baby. I don't know about you, but that seems pretty gut-wrenching to me. And that's today's topic. Abortion. Should it be legal or illegal? My goal here today is to convince you who might be pro-life reasons why you should be pro-choice by telling you rape facts, rape-related pregnancy facts, and also foster care statistics. So first things first. How many women in America do you think get raped? Some people might say 1 in 100. Some might say 1 in 50, maybe even 1 in 10. But the real number is 1 in 5 women will be raped in their lifetime. That's a pretty high number to me. 25% of all women in America will be raped. And of that 25%, 32,101 will fall pregnant because of these rapes. 32,101 women will be forced to carry a reminder every day for 9 months of one of the most traumatic experiences of their life if abortion were to be illegal. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine the mental toll that would be impacted on women all around? It seems pretty awful to me. If you think it's okay to force a woman to have to carry a reminder of this horrible event every single day for 9 months and then even possibly give birth to and then raise this child who might even look exactly like the perpetrator, it's pretty awful if you ask me. And even just pregnancy, it's not that easy. According to the CDC, some of the most common, and only the most common side effects of pregnancy are cardiovascular diseases, infection or sepsis, hemorrhage, stroke, high blood pressure, amniotic fluid embolism, hair loss, and even depression. Pregnancy isn't an easy thing to do, so you cannot just simply say, oh, just carry the baby, give birth to it, and then send it off to foster care. Pregnancy is a very hard thing in a woman's body, and not all women make it. Some may even die. So it's not fair for someone to say, just carry the baby and then give it away. Because carrying a baby is not that simple. And you might also say, well, why can't they just be more responsible and use contraceptives? Well, according to Planned Parenthood, all contraceptives are about 90% effective. 90% is a pretty high number, but even so, that still leaves the 10%. So what about that 10% where it can be ineffective and they do get pregnant? Then what? Teenagers are supposed to be having kids. Young adults who aren't financially or mentally ready are supposed to be having kids. Does that seem right? And even so, even if you force these people to have kids, imagine the kids' lives. If you care so much about a life that's not born yet, then what about what happens after it's born? Most pro-lifers don't even care about this child and giving it a chance at life. They just want the force to force the pregnancy and take away that bodily autonomy of women. You know how many kids are in foster care? According to the NACAC in 2019, foster care's numbers are only going up, and we're nearly at 500,000 of children in the foster care system. Now, if you're going to go out and then preach about being pro-life and wanting all these kids to be born, well, you better be prepared to take care of all these children who are going into the foster care system and all these struggling parents. You better be prepared to raise taxes to be able to care for all these children. You cannot expect every single human to be completely 100% responsible with things like sex and like having enough money to be able to care for kids. That's just not plausible. People are going to go out and live their lives, and people make mistakes, but they have this ability to fix that mistake, and you're going to take it away from them? That doesn't seem right to me. Now, what I told you was 3 reasons why I should think that abortion should be legal because of rape victims who get pregnant, contraceptives aren't even always effective, and also the foster care system is already overflooded. One last thing I want you to think about is the difference between being pro-life and then being pro-choice. Is that being pro-choice, I'm here caring about the women who are very much real, have memories, relationships, emotions, these real people. The people who are pro-choice only care about the possibility of a person, someone who doesn't exist yet. What's more important to you? Thank you for listening and have a good day.